Hey folks, Mike from Kanzenshuu here. We got the news of Akira Toriyama's passing on the night of Thursday, March 7th, 2024. At that point, it was already March 8th in Japan. We spent the next day-ish thinking, reflecting, and I would say doing a whole lot of nothing else. I think we all needed to talk about it, though. We wanted to reflect on Toriyama, but we weren't quite ready to do a formal podcast about it just yet. So just about every Saturday night, myself, friends, family of Kanzenshuu get together and we play Mario Kart every Saturday night on Twitch. We kept up that tradition, and what you're going to see here is a compilation of chat from that night. It's decompression, it's group therapy, all rolled up into one, and I think we really needed it. Thank you to everyone who hung out on the stream, hung out with us, chatted, shared stories, shared their thoughts, their feelings with us that night. There will be more to come. I'll likely include this either as an addendum to a forthcoming podcast or on its own, probably the former, if I think about it. But thank you, Toriyama. Thank you, everyone who's about to check out this bit of weirdness here. This is the first part. I don't want to call it a celebration, but we got a lot to say and a lot to think about and a lot to be thankful for. So, again, thank you, Toriyama, and thank you, the listener, the viewer, the visitor, the friend of Kanzenshuu. Thanks.
Hey, everyone.
This is like Smash Bros. Ultimate. Everyone's here.
Yeah. Choose your fighter.
Bardock. Is he in that game?
So my favorite of the comments that people have left, I think the most heart-wrenching one is Toyotaro's, but
Yep.
I think the funniest one is the Justin Chatwin.
Oh, yeah. Sorry we fucked it up.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't check that one out, but that's whew.
Yeah, was it like an Instagram reel or story or something?
Yeah, so I
didn't
don't
grab it.
know how you'll document
Really,
that.
Yeah.
really weird one, too.
Yeah. All right, I'm starting.
Pretty good, though.
Word.
Let's go.
Rourke Vegeta says, waiting at the airport, but just wanted to pop in and say thanks to all you guys for everything you do. Take forever to list. Gush before how much the site podcast community has meant, but one more, it doesn't hurt. Thank you, my dude. Appreciate it. You're here every week.
Whether we like it or not.
Yeah, whether you like it or not. Oh, I totally forgot. I have 2 bones to pick with Mr. Trivia Deity here.
Yeah,
Here we
I know.
go.
I made some boo-boos. Yeah,
I
yeah.
have 2 actuallys for you, sir. Would you like to guess what either of them are?
Well, probably the character designer one.
Which one was that?
Nakatsuru and Maeda.
No, actually, that wasn't what I was thinking of. I might have been so angry from the previous ones. I didn't know.
Blinded with rage.
You just gonna keep letting him digging his own holes, Mike, or are you gonna tell him what the 2 that are on your mind?
I was gonna say, can I go get they're too far away? Okay. One's kind of a technicality, and that's the DS games. Do you want to count, because we just heard a mention of it, Jump Superstars and Jump Ultimate Stars? They kind of have a fair bit of representation. They have their own stage. It's a technicality. Okay. You're fucking wrong, though, on Dragon Ball Z 2 V. Kuriza is selectable in the base game in Japanese of that.
Is he?
Not just in V. V is what added Kula and the V-Jump Tenkaichi Budokai stage. So.
Really?
That's
Yes.
minus 6 million
You need
points.
to
Well,
adjust.
shit, but then I lost.
Take
The
that,
longest-
Gryffindor.
As long as it doesn't invalidate my points, because I won.
6
That-
million
yeah.
points. from
Outside
Vampire.
walking, I'm just like stamping my feet. That motherfucker got this.
There's this guy halfway across the world, and I'm mad at him.
Maybe if I
Every time
yell
I
loud
look
enough. God, at one point there was, I think Julian still thinks there is, a rumor guide entry, from 20 years ago that was like Akira Toriyama is dead. I'm like, I get rid of that.
I believe the quote is, "The man's not dead," and
I hope it's not still on there. All right. First time chat from Nate. Hello. Welcome. Hello, SSJ3 Goku 90, who says, chaos.
that's a classic name right there.
It's true.
That's 97 incarnate right there.
Yeah.
We hanging out in AIM chat in here?
Yeah. ASL.
I say that, but I was DBZ Kenny, so I can't judge.
All right.
I was more of an MSN Messenger kid. In
Randy,
high
that
school,
makes
so.
total sense.
that's Randy. How
That
about
was what my
ICQ?
school. That's all the kids in my school. I'm
Anyone
sorry.
else have the
I did use AOL, but
People are using Siri. I'm still using Bonsai Buddy.
Because you can't get it off your computer no matter how hard you try.
oh, Doug, you're muted.
Oh my God! Is this fucking work? April 2020. What are we doing?
We're a little distracted, Michael.
Still can't hear you, Douglas.
That $400
Shit, Chad.
microphone's working out real good for you, buddy.
There's also a non-zero
Sick
chance
burn.
that he's screwing with us.
That's true.
We'll wrap up this set and then maybe we'll do a story.
Testing,
or a
testing,
share or
1, 2,
something.
3.
Oh, there we go.
All right.
I can't tell the difference between like me saying a joke and it being so bad no one's responding to it, or if I'm muted. So.
Just assume in your mind the last few minutes they were.
I've been really bad.
Bombing the
I
entire
mean, even if it's awful, we'd give you shit for it. So
That's true.
you'd get some kind of feedback.
Well, at least I got all the racist jokes out of the way.
Oh,
this time.
thank God.
Well, that's what it was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
Subscribe to the
Nobody-
the Kanzenshuu podcast. You might be able to hear
Yeah,
that.
I'll give you no, Doug. Some of my best friends are green.
Yeah, we don't. Peeling back the curtain for We Got a Pod. There's actually about an hour of warm up beforehand where it's just cancelable material. Let me tell you what. It is mostly Doug, which is kind of fun.
Why is that? Don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
No, 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 no,
Oh!
no. Oh.
Take this.
I do not believe this. Clutch.
I was about to finish in third.
Sorry.
Second place. It's like winning. I love it.
Brett, are you orange?
Winning.
I was saying, is my TV blue again? Because I think I see that orange in that yellow.
Oh yeah, no, I'm paying my respects, man.
Ah.
Oh, that's
Well, it's more yellow in the manga. But
I was thinking about playing a Shy Guy 2 out of respect. Toriyama was
That's
a
like
sniff it.
multiple levels
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
That's true. Is there sniff it in this game? That's pretty close to it.
Well, I'm Diddy Kong. He's got a tail, and Goku's got a tail sometimes. So
I'm a monkey. Yeah, that's.
yeah.
It's a reference to Toriyama.
I got a bunch
Sorry.
of stuff I want to show along the way. This is the third issue of his print Shonen Jump magazine. So this is the March issue, but this is the one where they do issue 1 had the Toriyama interview, but this is the one where they do the trip to New York visit. And I've said this multiple times, but I was in college at this time. I could have easily just taken a train right into the city for this event, and I don't know why I didn't. And
Did you know it was happening?
I there's almost certainly I would have known it was happening, and I just, for the life of me, I don't know why I didn't go. And like,
Yeah, it's tough. I actually skipped my class that day
Yeah.
to go to that event, and yeah, man, like it was just such a privilege watching that man draw.
I heard
You
that.
actually did get to see him. Damn.
I heard he
Yeah.
was there, and like people didn't really know who he was, so they were just walking past him.
I snuck a picture of him before he announced no pictures, and because I knew it looked like him because I remember seeing old pictures of him,
yeah,
and I was like, let me see if I could sneak in a picture of him, and I managed to do it.
Nice.
he's got this like mustache thing going on at this time. It's very different.
What year was that?
This is 2003, but so the launch would have been at the end of 2002. Did they say exactly when it was? It was December 6, 2002. Yeah, party is a party.
Yeah, it was like a week before they launched Budokai in the US.
Shueisha dignitaries, Viz LLC VIPs, business big shots, and assorted other hangers-on crowded into Powder Deep Studios in Manhattan for a night of tapping feet and fluorescent beverages. Little did they know that a lone manga creator lurked in the darkness, waiting for the signal to unleash his artistic fury.
Wow.
Man.
It's pretty good.
All of that is transcribed up in the press archive on Kanzenshuu. If you want to read like the volume 1, the interview, which I'm sure everyone's read at some point, and then this recap from the event. But yeah, just continuously kicking myself that I didn't go to New York to see Toriyama in 2002. Why the fuck would I not do that?
Was Joe there?
Yeah, Joe, were you there? Were you behind Toriyama the entire time?
No,
I totally
he says
regret
that's
not
not
going.
going. Yeah.
Okay.
He was the translator. He didn't know what he was doing, but he's like, I gotta do something.
I'll check my pictures, see if he surprisingly appears in my photo album.
That'd be awesome.
I think 2003. I didn't really know. I wouldn't know who Toriyama was like by name. I remember like taking like a quiz, like one of those online quizzes that are like, "How genius are you at Dragon Ball Z?" And the question came up like, "What is the name of the creator of Dragon Ball? Is it Akira Toriyama? Is it John Stamos?" Or I was like, I think the Japanese one sounds right.
I still remember going to buy my first volume of Dragon Ball Z.
Dude.
Going to must have been Walden Books or like Borders or something at the mall.
Yeah.
Down in Houston, and yeah, I mean, I started at volume 7. I still have the original from the original Viz line
The
before
tall
they
one.
switched to Shonen Jump. Yeah.
Dang.
So I have 7 through 10 in those big ones, and then everything else is the Shonen Jump.
This is another one of those, like, I pull a thing off the shelf. This is Julian's.
At some point, you gotta admit you're at Julian's house right now. You just keep pulling Julian's stuff.
At one point, yeah, does it shit?
This is Julian's.
Who are these Japanese children walking by?
Oh,
He
sweet, a
grabs him.
checkbook.
This is
Yes,
Julian's.
Julian.
It's the Dragon Ball collection of Theseus.
Am I Julian?
he's been both.
Whoa! What a twist!
Kanzenshuu Club?
Oh man, I'm thinking about that time frame. So if that was December 2002, I relaunched Daizenshuu EX in January 2003. So I wonder if I just felt like, oh, this isn't. But I mean, I would have been hardcore into rebuilding the site for like a year at that point. So I was in it to win it. I don't know why I didn't go.
Maybe you had a requisite horrible mic sinus infection.
Oh yeah, probably.
You think someone maybe egged you on, like you're gonna sit in a train for an hour to see some guy, and then you were like, yeah, maybe you're right.
No, I would have been like, fuck yeah, I am.
I'm actually wondering, like, the guy is super reclusive and super shy. I'm actually surprised that he actually bothered to come to America at
Yeah,
all.
how the fuck did they convince him to do that?
Yeah, it's like, it's super weird he did that.
How big was that check?
Yeah, I'm kind of in disbelief too.
What kind of remodeling was he doing on his house?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I know. It's like, Mr. Toriyama, if you come, we will give you 10, count them, 10 plastic models. Well, when's the date?
Sign me up.
Oh, really?
Mr. Toriyama, have you heard of the Playboy Mansion? We can go there after. They've got this ranch out in Nevada. You're gonna love it.
Have you heard how like everyone who's non-American thinks how small America is, or like, I'm gonna go to America for a week. I'm gonna go visit New York and then the Grand Canyon the next
Los
day.
Angeles, yeah.
It's like no. They are far away from each other. I mean, we're worse when it comes to that kind of.
Oh yeah,
shit,
we have
like,
no idea.
Yeah.
Joe says his first volume of Dragon Ball was Japanese 41. Didn't care if I couldn't read it. I just wanted the art. Yeah, that's a good one. One Bad Veggie. I was going to say One Bad Vegeta, but no, it's One Bad Veggie. Do the single issue floppies count? Yeah, absolutely. We got a bunch of those downstairs.
Those are probably actually my first.
Yeah. I don't know if I would have had any of the Tankobon before I got any of the Viz floppies, though. Probably Viz floppies. That started in 98. Oh, it started in 98. I might have had something by 98. I don't know.
My first was Viz Big. I was like, okay, these are the ones I'll actually want to get. What?
I'm judging. Don't worry about it.
Get off my back, old man.
The thing that came out 2 years ago, man.
I was reading all my scans on MSN.
Ouch. Right where it hurt.
Got this double razzing going on. This is good stuff. I think my first Tankobon was volume 3. Is that the one where it's like Chibi Goku just like arms crossed, just kind of like staring? I think that's it.
On top of the car?
No, just kind of like looking.
The third volume is him with his arms crossed in front of the Tenkaichi Budokai tournament. Yeah.
Yeah, all right, got it. Kieran, what's up? Man, I remember taking those to school. I got to look and read and play at the same time. This is hard. Had to censor Raditz killing the farmer or my teacher was going to take it away.
Oh.
My school was like so quote-unquote normal that when I first started buying the tankobon, and yes, I started with the crummy first Portuguese edition at volume 1, and they kind of made fun of me for still liking Dragon Ball, get this, in 1999.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I remember I would always draw Goku and stuff in high school. And if you look on Goku's pants, right? The way on the crotch area, you know, the way the folds go over each other, if you don't draw it right, it can look, that's a penis. And so people would always have a good laugh when I would draw that stuff.
They would laugh at your penis pants.
They still do, some might say.
But now it's intentionally drawn that way.
Yeah, the drawings. That's what I meant.
I meant to put that penis there.
If I'm not wrong, like 6 feet is about 180 centimeters. So
You lost me, brother.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm
So
gone.
the way to think about it is a yardstick will frequently also have a meter
How many
measurement. on it.
gerunds is it? How many gerunds?
That's his unit of measure.
How many SH quads to all these things?
I listened back to the footage. I
did
still
too.
don't hear
did
Doug
too.
saying
No,
that.
He doesn't. But
That was a Tyson hallucination.
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
good
yeah.
razz.
It is.
Oh, Randy, I
Where's
should
that
be
fool
getting my
anyway?
replacement Giro this week.
Oh,
So
awesome.
I swap the face out, you'll get the damaged one.
Yeah.
We sending
Nice.
battle damage figures in the mail? What's happening here?
No, so my Dr. Giro figure arts didn't come with the face where he's looking to the side, so I contacted P Bandai and they're sending me a replacement.
It came with a duplicate face, like
Okay.
Duplicate
Got it,
face,
got it.
yeah. And so I'm gonna swap the face out and then send Randy one with 2 of the same face. But
And then here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna contact P Bandai, and I'm gonna be like, look,
but see now
I only got a face.
you can pose him with all your like Sailor Moon figures.
With the box, it's just 2 faces.
Man, quality control is gone. You know what? They're so bad at quality control, they probably wouldn't believe it. Like, oh man, my bad. There you go.
they're like, yeah, that sounds right.
They'll be like, that's where those other parts went.
Spend $80 and I got 2 faces.
They just give you Ken's address. Here, build this guy your extra face.
Mary, we have a comment for you.
Oh.
First time chat from Ellen here. Hey there, found you because I was reminiscing about Temple of Trunks with a friend. So happy to see the website was still up and followed you here instantly. Thanks for everything and all the great memories.
Aw.
Glad to see you're still around.
I will always leave that site online for as long as I am able.
I'm glad to take the attention away from Brett's Perfect here.
Yeah.
This makes me feel a little better.
Anything to steal his.
More things to share. So we are drinking Redemption Rye today out of the Dragon Ball 30th anniversary. With you see a little.
Ooh.
Oh,
nice.
Oh, it's got Toriyama on it.
Yeah.
Great.
Yep.
Now was that Toriyama's favorite bourbon?
I don't know. It's
No.
rye, not bourbon.
Why not?
By the way,
Whatever.
Yeah.
since we have Randy and Ken and Doug here, do you remember me talking about the stamp rally thing on the last
Oh, yeah.
episode?
Yeah. Remember how we got all that wrong? Yeah, I remember.
I actually have it right here in front of me. I'll go get it.
Grab your nearest stamp rally.
Grab my nearest stamp rally.
I don't think I can do that one. All right. Well, he's gone.
Well, that's you need to yell at Julian about that.
Mary, did you see the YouTube comment about the guy who had a crush on you 20 years ago?
No, what?
Oh, you weren't shown?
Oh, I
He
don't,
put it on the
I
Discord.
don't think
put
she
it on
gets
Discord, yeah.
notifications.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I was on Discord.
Well, she
on
has a
Thursday,
husband that's in
but I
there.
wasn't.
So.
I haven't been on Discord since. Wait. Which channel?
So
He offered you a house.
When you were on for the History of Trunks episode, long
Oh,
before
okay.
I joined, that episode just got put on YouTube.
Sick,
and so
dude.
someone commented that they had a crush on you 20 years ago.
Yeah, they should.
Oh man, here goes the ego trip.
Hey, that's
Sounds
right.
about right.
God, this is gonna sound so depressing, but back when I ran my site, I had so much self-esteem, and then I got old. Oh my God, what was wrong with me? Oh my God, I'm definitely so much more humble now, and now I'm like,
That's hilarious.
I don't know, I'm old and decrepit.
I don't think people understand just how much traffic Mary Site and character shrines in general drove back then.
Oh yeah.
It was.
Let's bring back shrines.
Bonkers.
Those are cool.
Go ahead, make it.
I know how many
What
times I
would
would
be your
visit those
shrine?
Ryoko shrines.
Yeah. What would be mine? God, I don't know. Mr. Satan, Vegeta. Those are good choices.
No. Rock Lee, dude.
Rock Lee.
Temple O Rockley.
Temple of Rock. I have a funny feeling that might be taken.
Temple O Choo Choo from Utana.
Choo-choo's pretty good.
Neo Cities is going strong. My old Angel Fire website is still up.
Can we
Ooh.
get that address, please?
No.
I think it would be impossible to log into any of that stuff if it actually still exists. Because
Nope,
whenever email,
you still can.
Can you?
still can, and I went and deleted a bunch of problematic stuff. That's how I know. Yeah.
I need to go to the Wayback Machine.
Censorship.
Be right back.
It's really easy because it's just like members.angelfire.com/Ken. There weren't too many back then.
No, I guarantee you I was using a handle that I haven't used. I've
Was
only
it
ever
Big Boy
used
Kenny?
on Meg Chan's
Big Boy
Digimon Encyclopedia forums back in the day. So you
Right,
won't
now we
find
know
that
to find
anywhere
'em.
else. Yeah.
Yep.
Karen wants a Temple of Granola. Yeah. Everyone's favorite character.
I'm a Temple of Gas, personally.
Yeah, that was me today, actually.
I don't want to go there.
An Indian 2 days in a row.
Now we know why all the neighbors left. They're like, we're too close to the Temple of
Neighbors
Gas.
keep moving away.
Yeah.
If you give the King Cold figure arts Trunks' sword, does the sword get huge?
Yeah,
It
you
doesn't
think you would have
change
to.
it. Does he get a weird accent at the same time?
He comes with his own sword just because
Yeah.
that's how much they're charging for him.
Can I-
He better have his own sword.
Tell you how often Mary says, "What's a Goku?" And I just
Oh my god.
Wait, do I
That
really?
line.
It's
That
good.
line
What on earth?
stole me on King Cold, man.
Wait, what's
I'm
a
sorry.
Goku.
What on earth would the context be? Would I just say it spontaneously?
yeah, you just say that
I sometimes
fairly
do.
often.
In your sleep.
And no one understands.
What's a
In your sleep.
I really like Jason Douglas's interpretation there. It's no
He
dice
stole me in the
Igor.
character, dude. Like, that alone says volumes.
Let me share another thing. What we got? I have a couple things. I wanted to grab the oldest Toriyama thing I had. And so what I was able to come up with was the 1981 number 31 issue of Weekly Shonen Jump.
81.
Yeah, so we're like chapter 77-ish, I think, of Dr. Slump in there.
Wow.
It's the one where Shivel's older sister, the witch, shows up and has a big old crush on Senbei. It's a funny
Damn,
chapter.
I think
Scotchan poops ice cream.
Classic.
things.
Did you see on Bai that they had like a 5% or whatever coupon off on like manga books?
I sure did.
I was looking on there just browsing. The day before I knew anything happened to Toriyama and like
Yeah.
saw the first issue of Dragon Ball and like was like, oh, $1,000. That's not too bad. And now I can't find it anywhere.
No.
Man.
Peking Duck was sharing some photos too of just like little Robo Toriyama figures and stuff that he happened to be looking at a couple days ago, and the price was just like through the roof.
Oh yeah, I have that. I have one of those sitting right here with me. I'm like, oh, glad I grabbed that.
Yeah.
Years ago.
I had them in my cart forever and just never checked out with them because of a different problem I have.
Is it a Bardock problem?
Yeah, I got a new one. I'd like to show it off at some point.
Well, we
If
would
not,
like to
he's
not
gonna
look at it.
wear.
No.
Is the Bardock in the room with us now?
Yes.
I actually went to my house earlier this morning, and I was just cleaning out some stuff,
Oh,
and
Wow. You just
I
went
found my
straight
old
into
box of DBZ figures. So
Yeah, what you got?
I'll probably
Anything
ship-
good?
Yeah, some old Irwin figures.
I said anything good.
Ooh, with all the accessories.
I stand by what I said. The Urban figures. I like some of them.
I guess it depends. Irwin could be anything from Super Battle Collection to AB or like.
I believe it's the Super Battle
Fucking
Collection.
bananas.
I do have some Super Battle collections in box over here.
Ooh.
Nice.
We got what was it? Number 0?
Oh yeah, do you have 0-0?
My brother has 0 0. I don't know if he still has it, but
do you know where he is? Do you have some piano wire?
And a knife.
You both.
It doesn't have to come to this.
I like figures, but I'm not going.
Did you really love figures, Doug? If you're not willing to
not as
commit
much
to
as that.
murder?
No.
I did see,
He has them all.
I saw the Broly one in Japan, and it was behind like a glass case. I was tempted. That one's big.
Perfect time here. So this is the
Well, we gotta
time of the
grab your
stream that we
nearest.
take a break and we do a grab your nearest, and we come back
Okay.
with the grab your nearest. Ken,
So
set
the
us
grab
up.
your nearest will be Kid Goku.
Mhm.
However, there is a hard mode extra bonus points
Okay.
if you have him in his blue gi.
Ooh. Okay.
So
All right.
Hard.
So we'll be back.
I will take
folks.
you up on that.
We're going to take an ad break / bathroom break, and we're going to come back. I encourage chat to seek out whatever you may have and describe it to us when we come back. Thank you.
now, Doug, do you know which Goku this is?
Is that him jumping across the? No, he has orange.
You
gi
have
by
this
then.
Goku.
You have this.
I do.
Yeah.
I do have a blue Goku. He's
It's
like
right
on-
behind you.
He's downstairs though.
This
He's
is
right
the
behind me.
one that's on the
Don't tell me.
motorbike. Well, I just told you.
Oh, I don't have him yet. With the
Okay.
with the ball bike. Yeah, I have him pre-ordered.
So this
I don't
is
have it yet.
actual figure art scale, and then this is the one that they've released.
Yeah, it's
way too
crazy.
big.
Even for like teenage Goku.
I was gonna
that's
say
pretty
it like
tall.
comes up to like it's probably regular Goku's shoulders, right?
Yeah, they fixed it
Yeah,
with the
probably.
GT Kid Goku, but yeah, he's way too big.
What is scale in Dragon Ball anyway?
There is scale until Mr.
One
Satan
stick scale.
enters the blue
Albert,
arc.
you here to show what you got? All right. Yeah, I'm prepared. Everyone prepared?
I'm prepared.
Albert's gone. Tug, what are you showing us?
This is the Goku that Ken showed us, but in the box, as well as the GT Goku that's new.
Nice.
That is in scale. And
Excellent.
I have the bonus point as well.
Hell yeah.
Oh, nice.
I knew you would.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Just got him too.
All right. I got a couple options. I got for Japan. I don't know what line this is. Maybe you can identify it. Just cute.
Aww. That's adorable.
Yep. For America, Staff Slashing Goku.
Whoa.
All right.
Acting really chubby.
Yep. And then, if you will accept this on a technicality, and maybe I get bonus points for it, but this is Super Battle Collection GT Goku and Pan, autographed by Yuko Minaguchi.
Whoa.
Will you accept, Your Honor?
That kind of
I'll
missed
have- I'll
all
have
the
to
check
accept.
marks.
I'll accept.
Okay, thank you. We
Was
wanted.
that an amazement that you
It
got
was,
that
yeah.
autograph?
One was I went to
Yeah.
autograph it too, but we had too many other things, and I think I had to get something for Heath, so I bit the bullet.
Heath's always ruining stuff. That's what I
Yes,
say.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
That's what every podcast episode he starts out with. Unprompted.
It's part of the cancelable material in the first hour.
I've been saying
we
this for
talked
12
about.
years too. Yeah. All right, who's next?
I can go, I guess. Ken, this is neither Orange Gigoku nor Blue Gigoku.
Nor
It's
Goku.
in the middle. It's in the middle, but it's Kid Goku. It's
Gray?
Turtle Shell Goku.
Oh,
That was
nice.
good.
nice.
Blue
Can I
bottoms.
get the double points?
I don't know,
Double?
Double.
Double?
You get 1.7. How about that?
Okay, good.
I'm going to allow this.
You got to show that shot glass or the drink glass you had during break.
I really like that figure.
Who are you talking to, me or someone else?
No.
'Cause-
Lunar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Actually yeah. Hang on. I'll just go right now. I really like that figure, Zenpai. I have a Kuririn that matches it, like the chunky.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
Oh,
think I
yeah.
have that one too. Is that
Oh,
the
man.
smug one?
He's like,
Yeah, that's one
He's
I
like
have.
leaning forward.
Yeah.
Nearest to me, it's kind of goes in 3. I have also a shot glass. I brought it out because I was like, oh, is it 30th anniversary? I don't think so, but it's the fishing scene.
Oh.
And Goku
nice.
fishing on there. So
Quite
The
familiar.
blue
That was
keys
on
on
my
the
shelf
floor.
there.
The blue keys on the floor there, if you see.
True, it's orange in here, but whatever.
Lots of cat fishing.
My figure,
Nice.
Goku.
Oh,
Goku.
that's super nice.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You see a lot of
I
these
like
little
that.
diorama figures at conventions. And I guess kind of on the back of my Uniqlo
We
shirt.
take shirts off.
I thought you were gonna take all his clothes off. Yeah, my underwear.
Yeah, it's on there somewhere, but yeah.
Yeah,
He's on the bike. You can see him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, that's mine.
that's
Is
dope.
that the Uniqlo shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've got this one tattoo on my foot.
No.
For free?
Cut the stream.
I want to see those subs come in for doing this. Albert, you've been on and off camera. Do you have a figure for us?
I'm muted.
Oh, he's
We
muted.
get video, no audio. I love it.
There we go.
I do not have a Goku Kid Koga figure, unfortunately. I have just some regular.
Kick him off. Just kick him off.
Piece of cardboard. What are we looking at?
Does this say DBZ and Trigun on it?
No, just as DBZ figures.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
it's just a box. Of
Somewhere
love-
in there has to be.
I actually haven't looked in
in
this thing in like 10 years, so
Treasure
I'll see
trove.
what's
you-
in here.
Are there any Irwin figures of Vegeta, Frieza, Gohan?
Yes.
I
If you can
believe
compare
so.
the Super Battle ones that I have right here.
Well, first of all, let me show you the ugliest Goku, or one of the ugliest Gokus I've ever got.
Super Saiyan 4 from Jax. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty
So
big.
that was towards the end
Oh.
of Jax's era when they started just putting out like just the worst figures.
Those eyebrows are a solid 45 degrees.
I mean, I think I got this with my ultimate, like that uncut
Oh,
edition.
was it
edition.
the Ultimate Uncut
Yeah.
back in?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
the
thought they looked
problem is
familiar.
that they kept so everything that Jax did, most of it was like kit bashes towards the end, and they kept reusing these wristbandless arms for future releases of Goku. And sometimes they would just like paint the stuff on. So yeah, just really bad era of Jax. But that is still a cool figure.
I like his forearms.
For free.
Let's see. Oh, well.
We
this is
posted
not a
forearms
DBZ
on main.
figure.
Whow.
This is not a DBZ. This is a Resident Evil zombie. So I don't know how that got
Oh,
in.
Yeah,
nice.
extremely relevant. Yep.
I remember that arc.
I have metallic gold Super Saiyan Gohan here.
Nice.
Oh, the model kit. No, wait, no, that's not. No, I thought that was the
from,
model
from
kit.
Burger King.
Yeah, I was gonna
No,
say.
this is like I think one of the like metallic gold urban figures.
Did it come
Those
with like a
put it over here.
spaceship? I think I had that as a kid.
So
Or not a spaceship, like a little capsule corp
Oh, like
Maybe.
a bike.
thingy. It was like a platform with a handlebar. I don't know. It was like one of those. It just came with like a miscellaneous vehicle.
The Dragon Ball brand Razor scooter accessory.
Great.
You know that exists. Come on.
the greatest DBZ villain ever.
We're not doing just show everything you have.
Oh, are we?
Grab your nearest.
All right,
That's
guys.
Just pull my whole shelf down.
Your nearest collection.
Super Battle Collection cell. Probably re-released through
Yeah.
Irwin.
It literally didn't hit me about Toriyama until I looked from down my phone and looked around, and literally every inch of my room
Yeah.
is just engulfed.
Doug went, oh shit, I have a problem.
Yeah, it did hit me then. Like, oh,
This man was responsible.
I was trying to think about the last time, you know, like a celebrity death affected me like this. And then I think maybe the last time was like Jason David Frank. And then before that, Robin Williams. So it's probably like a really short list. But yeah, I was like super bummed out at work all day yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Just
was
staring at my screen.
impossible to do anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any Berserk fans in here?
Watch the show. Jeff's
Definitely.
here. I remember watching it with Jeff.
That was rough. That was rough for me.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that was definitely rough. Satoshi Kon passing away, that was rough.
And there's been a few of those.
especially with them not finishing the manga. Like it's still
Exactly.
Yeah.
A lot worse actually in that case, in that regard.
I don't know that we have the exact same thing because I mean, there's who could say what about super manga and who knows
Right,
like when the last planning meeting was to like we may find out like oh we've we've got Toriyama's draft for the next arc, and they're just going to go off of it. I mean, we don't even know if they're going to continue after the superhero wrap up. Who knows?
I hope Toyotaro has the drive to keep going.
Yeah,
me too.
What did he say in his?
He said he became
he started drawing
yeah.
because of Toriyama. Like that's everything to him.
Yeah.
He said specifically, I started drawing just because I wanted Toriyama Sensei to praise me.
Yeah.
And he got it.
The thing Joe says here, I'm totally on board with in terms of feeling. I realized this weekend we're never going to get one of those notes from Toriyama when a movie comes out. Yeah, like anything forward coming out. We always look for like, what's Toriyama's like 2-sentence thing that he's got to say about it because that's cool. And the thing that was such a bummer was like there was a Sandland comment that came out mid-week, and that came out. He had already passed by the time that got posted for the first time. Senpai, I know you're working on that stuff.
Yeah, I actually already did his comment. I just wanted to give it to you with the voice actor's comments.
Yeah, and then we're like, well, whatever.
I mean, is it a Japanese thing to like wait that long, or is it that plus Toriyama privateness?
I think it's a little bit of both. Media things. I mean, there's a lot of this was going around. It was like the media crashed his wedding. We have an interview, an article about that on the site, and there's some footage that I saw going around, which I don't think I'd ever actually seen before.
Me neither.
Like
same.
They will just, it's it's different from American European paparazzi, but like folks will just show up and fuck things up for you.
Well, it sounds like British paparazzi.
Yeah.
I can't believe those photos they're showing from when he was interviewed about the tax fraud stuff.
Yeah.
They used the worst one.
They did, yeah.
There were some great ones, yeah.
That's so funny to me, especially thinking back on it now. Just the more we think about him, is his quote, and I remember being so irritated at the time because whatever big story came out about that first, I totally mistranslated his comment about it, where it's like, well, why don't you figure it out for me? Like, what he's actually saying was something like, no, I'll let my accountant do everything, so I don't know what's happening. Like, I actually believe that Toriyama had no idea what was going on with his money or his taxes or his finances and was totally caught off guard. Like, I don't know, I'm just sitting here building figures and polishing my motorcycle.
Yep, that sounds like him.
I mean, he was a millionaire from Dr. Slump.
Yeah, he was already one of the richest people in Japan. He never had to make Dragon Ball.
Crazy when you think about it.
I truly wonder how private he really is, or if that's just like us kind of.
No, he was really private. He was really private.
Which makes the New York thing still all the more questionable.
Right. Yeah. I mean, he was there for like an exhibition for like an art museum, and that he was doing a drawing in donation to that museum for the cause. So,
but is he more private than any other regular introverted person? That's what I mean.
I see.
I don't know. He's kind of living my ideal lifestyle.
Yeah, right.
Right? Yeah, like I'm doing the same thing.
I mean, mangaka in general are pretty private. When's the last time you actually saw one do an interview or something?
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of that is also they're overworked and need to constantly be working, and that's also problematic in its own right.
Yeah.
I feel like authors are the one kind of celebrity that can get away with being famous and yet still being under the radar, as opposed to like actors where like you know them and you want to see them all the time kind of deal.
Yeah.
They could probably go shopping and nobody would even recognize them.
Right.
Which is ideal.
I think that's the idea, yeah.
Especially as you get older and you don't look exactly like you used to in your earlier photos. Like Toriyama is actually quite photogenic in his early days. Maybe I'll show.
Yeah.
I got some old stuff that we haven't translated yet. I got a magazine here. I want to show.
The one of him in the interview with the video with the Tetsuko's room.
Yeah.
And then I only found like 2 videos on my quick search when I was making that video, and like I just found that and then one where he's in the purple shirt. I'm like, wow, he looks night and day. Like it's like 20 years difference.
Yeah, I'd hit it.
That was my next question, Randy. Thank you.
The one thing that I'm gonna miss the most with him gone is that we're never gonna get a thing that's like, oh yeah, by the way, this is Android 19's real name.
Oh right,
yeah. Like dang it, Toriyama.
I don't know. There's a part of me that was still hoping we're going someday we'll just still get to that part where Goku and Vegeta just disappear in a supernova.
Yeah.
Did you play the Kakarot DLC?
Don't. That I can't tell if you're telling the truth or not because no.
Well,
you guys didn't mention it on your podcast, so
well, we didn't want to spoil everything.
Oh.
Well, I mean, knowing Toyotaro, if he still has the drive to go on, he might actually do it.
Yeah.
That would be something.
If he does do it, if he goes completely like mad drunk with power, I mean, I'm all up for it.
I mean, he reconciled the Yardratians, so
yeah,
he'll do it.
He will totally do it.
Can anyone remind me if anything in Xenoverse or Super Material has like retconned anything from DDO? Outright, like, well, that can't happen.
I don't know if there's any like that can't happen because a lot of that stuff like happens later technically.
It's like we got Tenshinhan in like a school.
Yeah.
Like that's something. But
without lunch.
Yeah.
God, can you imagine going to school without lunch?
All right, Mr. White Privilege, I get lunch.
I mean, I've been fine without lunch ever since she went off looking for Tenshinhan, so.
Wow, full circle.
I don't know why, but the message that sticks out to me that like Toriyama sent out, like just a blurb, was during the was after the tsunami that hit Japan in 2011.
Yeah.
Like his encouraging message. I think maybe like that's when I finally like knew, okay, this is Toriyama. Like I or respected the man or some. I don't know. I don't know what I mean, but
he's in your headspace.
He's in my headspace. Yeah, more so than before that we got a message from him. So it stuck out to me. And the drawing he did of him, Goku and Arale.
Yeah.
So good.
And that was interesting. That was one of his criticisms / rewrites of Battle of Gods was like, let's make less destruction in a movie that's about a god of destruction and still has a giant fight that like destroys part of the earth. But
see, it's subverting your expectations.
Yeah.
What really like bothered me was when he was like, let's make sure there's a CG scene in it though in the movie. And I was like, I don't agree with you there, Toriyama.
And we want the modeling work to be as bad as possible.
Yeah.
And the
still,
riggers
still
just
circling.
Just get a part-time rigger, have them kind of just throw it together in an hour. Make sure his pants are clipping through his boots. That's required.
That's part of my vision.
Oh, what is that?
This is a magazine called Comic Box. We haven't translated this yet, but there's some incredible photos of Toriyama doing motorcycle stuff. Here we go.
Oh wow, they're so clean.
Whoa.
Let's see if there's another real good photo in here. He's just so happy hanging out with his stuff, which I really appreciate.
Nekomajin!
Aww.
Hey.
I remember being so excited about. I think my friend had that Shonen Jump issue, and I got so excited because I'm like, oh, it has Nekomajin in it. I'll buy this from you. Can I have it? He's like, you're too excited. I'm gonna hold on to this.
Oh my god!
Like, now is the time for Viz.
It's not worth any money. I just want it.
Viz to release this.
And the rest of the
this is actually the photo I used for the featured image on our article on the site. I love that photo.
Great.
There.
Yeah, he's a good looking guy.
Randy, the more
super happy on his motorcycle as well.
What was that, Ken?
The more I think about it, the less I want Viz to do the Chozenshu. Because I don't think they'll do it right. I think it will be rife with errors.
Well, some errors is better than not having it at all.
Oh yeah, I mean, I wish the Japanese version was at least still in print. But
it's not in print anymore?
No, it hasn't been for like 6-7 years.
I can get it for you for $20 on buy.
No, you cannot.
Oh.
AJ is also thirsty in chat for Toriyama.
Thank you.
Revisionist
AJ,
history here. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, Kieran. Julian bought this forever ago. This is like the era of like Julian Battle of God stuff and just buying every interview that ever existed. And he hasn't gotten to this. The jump that I showed earlier, the 1981 weekly jump, This is the earliest one, and I don't know why he got this one, but it mentions that the issue after this has an interview with Toriyama and I forget who else about a trip to America, and we have that next issue. But also, again, Julian hasn't translated it yet. So
wow, nice.
Someone's
This issue
work.
This issue of Jump has the staff slashing Goku and the sword swinging Yamcha in it.
Excellent, yeah.
I think for all U.S. releases of figures, when they bring over like Figure Arts, all that in America, they should put gun accessories in there.
I agree. Yeah, everything should have guns.
Thank you.
Should be an Easter egg.
This is America. More guns.
Thank you.
We don't know what to do with the other stuff.
Get it with your free school lunch. There's a... all right, we gotta talk about other things.
Is it 9/11 already?
No. Look, it's been a weird few days here. I am not responsible for anything I say or do or show, unless we're getting Randy feet, in which case he is responsible for those.
For all the new subscribers.
Randy, don't do that. That's just gross.
All right. Hey, I thought it was sexy. All right. So.
Yeah. Get out of here, Albert. You don't
For free?
Camera starts to pan down.
It's gypsy, so it'll just keep moving up to my face.
Until you show it. Never mind. The other head.
Gypsy's like, no.
Not today.
Joe coming through. Those old Irwin figures with guns could just be repackaged as Fortnite figures now.
Oh my god.
Accurate.
Like Goku with a gun was something, but Beerus with a gun is what really got me. It just looks fucking
the destroyers
bonkers.
in town.
And isn't it if you have Frieza like wear some bat gear or something, it removes his tail?
Oh.
Yeah, I remember that episode.
So I got a cool story about my mom.
All right.
I do.
Mom's story time.
You have Ken's attention.
we got a pod community loves this.
Stamp
It's
of
funny
approval.
because like normally when my sister and I are playing Mario Kart, we're usually dunking on my mom, but she actually did two really cool things this past week that is timely, whether she realized it. Well, the first part was by accident. So my mom was on vacation in Mexico this past week, and she sent me a video and a photo of, hey, Mary, Dragon Ball Z is on TV in Espanol. And she sends me a video and a picture. It's like the Piccolo and 17 fight. And I'm like, oh, I appreciate that. That's so sweet of her to do that. And then yesterday she sends Mike and I an email saying, I just heard the news about the creator of Dragon Ball Z passing away. I'm really sorry. My mom still would have been in Mexico while this news broke.
Mexico is very aware of it.
I bet it must have been all over the news. It must have been all over like TV in Mexico, I have to imagine. Because like it's huge there
The cartel
too.
did a ceasefire in honor of.
Yeah, right. I heard that rumor.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think one of the channels was doing like a marathon of all the movies.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I think I saw that.
So I was just very appreciative that my mom like knows what we're into and cares enough to be like, hey, here's this thing.
Well, I'm appreciative of how your mom worded that because my mom, as well as all my other friends in real life, always send me the link as if they're the first one telling me.
Yeah.
That typically is my mom play. My mom normally would be like, did you hear that Akira Toriyama passed away? But I think in this context, she, I hope, was thoughtful enough to be like, yeah, I think Mary and Mike are probably on top of it.
Yeah, same with my friend group. Thank you, everyone.
I'm gonna have to talk to my mom. She didn't say one word to me.
Yeah, same.
My mom sent me the AI generated funeral picture of like Goku and Vegeta carrying a casket with Dragon Balls on top.
What?
You haven't
Oh,
seen
you guys
this
haven't
picture?
seen that one?
No, I've seen it. I've seen it. I just can't believe your mom did that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom watches obviously the Spanish Univision networks, and she was like telling me like, "Oh, I heard that what happened to that gentleman who created Dragon Ball. I'm so sorry."
Yeah.
That gentleman, and then you say, "Mom, actually, he's a huge perv."
Wanted to peep on his own daughter. FYI, later.
Well, okay, yeah, that was.
Oh my God, that was one
That
time.
was his theoretical daughter at that point.
Are we doing this?
You talk about peeping on your daughter once, and that's what everybody wants to talk about.
But this before you had
the
a
point
daughter.
of the stream. I got to refill this drink real quick before we have the rest of this conversation. Talk amongst yourselves, please.
Oh, I think it's actually super cool that like a bunch of y'all's moms reached out and offered condolences.
Yeah, it means that they know our
pay
interest
attention.
and
It's
our
cool.
yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of annoyed with my mom because she knew it because my brother told her, and I had to call her that day because of something else entirely, and then she told me, "Oh yeah, I knew about that." Like, how about calling me?
I did.
Don't you
cancel
know who I am?
I did cancel plans with my mom tonight so I could be here with you guys to talk about Dragon.
Oh, that's sweet.
Why don't you
That's
just
very
have her on?
Yeah.
I actually
Give her a
canceled. I
controller.
actually canceled because she wanted to suggest us taking a stroll downtown. I'm like, I don't want to walk.
Let me ask you a question, Doug. Has
What's
your
up?
mom seen the state of your room?
She has not, thankfully.
We'll never see her then, I guess.
Yeah.
I think
Well, that
she.
changes tonight because we have a surprise guest.
Let's welcome in Mrs. Drabaz.
That's not my mother.
Well, we found a woman on Facebook named Mrs. Trabaz. I don't know what she wants to do.
Look, Doug, we tried, all right?
The DNA results are in. This is your actual birth mother. What?
We've got the blood test. We took it from you.
I'm sorry.
Two things before we start up. One, I want to show another thing. This is what Jeff brought me today, other than bagels, which is this
Cool.
Monkey King
Cover is
manga.
thick.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I have that.
Jeez.
So I'm gonna check that out. And then this is kind of a weird thing, but I kind of want to get it down while it's fresh in our minds. This is just also mentioned in chat. I hope I'm saying, is it Ellen or is it Ellen? By total chance, I saw the news break on Japanese Twitter before Wikipedia entry had been updated. For a brief minute, I was like, maybe it's not true, but then I saw the tributes and knew, yeah. So I kind of wanted to get down, where were you when you heard? And I wonder if some of us may have actually been doing the same thing, which is playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Yep. Ken sent it to me. I was like, all right, and now I can stop for the night. Let's turn around and see what messages I have. And
So I saw, I was playing the game, and Cloud was like resting on a bench or something. And I'm just like, oh, let me refresh Twitter for the 2 seconds because of them blazing SSDs. It's real fast. And I saw the Japanese tweet first. And I'm like, oh, what is this? So it's me. So I'm like, oh, let me load it up in Google Translate and just see what this says. I'm like, hold on, Mary, I'm trying to read this. Unable to process what I was looking at, and it felt like it was rapid succession after that, where we did get some of the other official announcements on that. But I saw it moments after it had first been posted in Japanese, and it was just like I was out of commission for 24 hours at that point. So.
I was watching Mega 64 stream, and then they got the news in real time.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Rough.
What were they streaming? The podcast?
Rocco was doing Creepy Old Crypt.
Gotcha.
And then chat was like, hey, you need to stop and
wow,
look at this.
Yeah.
Oof. I think I was sleeping, and then I woke up super early, checked out Discord, and the first message I saw was of you, Mike, saying, I do not have the words. And then it's like, wait, I thought it was Nozawa at first, so I went to Twitter to check trending, and first thing that appeared there, Akira Toriyama is like, you have got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
I think it was like one of the authors that looked up to him said he doesn't feel like he never felt like a goal, just an existence that I wanted to reach. And like, wow, that really puts it really well.
Yeah, it was impossible for him to not exist.
Right.
Yeah, that was, when I first read that news, I was like, oh, in my brain, there was never the possibility this man could die. He was just too legendary. That's just like, no, that's not a thing that can happen.
In my mind, it was part that, but also part the only American equivalent I can even think of, and even then it's not even close, is like Stan Lee. At least Stan Lee lived to be in his 90s.
Yeah.
Like, if Toriyama gotten to that point, I think
it would
be more like, oh, well, at least he got to fulfill all of his creations and, you know, complete all of his active works. Like, this was just so out of left field.
Yeah, you're right. Because with Stan Lee, it kind of felt like, I mean, he was so out of it by the end of it.
Yeah.
It kind of felt like, I hope you're in a better place now. Whereas Toriyama, we don't know, but
It's like, that wasn't even on our radar with Toriyama.
right, he still felt kind of young to us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
He always felt like his reclusive nature made him seem more like a mythical figure.
Yeah. Yeah.
That only a few people had a way of contacting, like Toyotaro, Victory, Uchida, the people at Shueisha and Toei. And so, yeah, to just hear this, it's like, you feel it. I felt it, and then at the same time, it was like, but was he ever really one of us? You know, or is something higher,
ethereal?
To be honest, whenever I thought Dragon Ball would just stop making new stuff, I thought it would be because, well, you know, Nozawa is already nearing 90. And I actually, when I saw your comments on Discord, I thought it was actually her, and I always imagined that Toriyama would be like, well, Nozawa died, Goku died, you're stopping everything, no one's doing anything else. I never for a second thought she would outlive him.
I agree with you.
Yeah, it was never
I
a
had the same
possibility.
thought.
I want to break the mood and SSJ3 Goku 90. I don't even remember the State of the Union was happening. It's so true. Like, I saw there was one big one that was going around. It was like, everyone shut up, don't care about State of the Union. Who cares about that? Toriyama.
Yep.
Like, this is like the important news right now. Like, international, like, everyone is talking about this. Forget about, you know, what Biden's saying right now. Like, that was definitely a thing.
Crazy.
I do want to read a couple of the things that we got in chat here. Vid Sigma. First time chat? I don't feel like that's true. Is that true? That's exactly what I was doing. Play Rebirth, reload Twitter. It was the first tweet in my timeline. Kieran says, I was in the middle of streaming Fortnite, then got a bunch of chat messages saying, and yeah, I spent 2 hours just going over the comments and crying. Iron Mankey says, I was sitting in bed watching State of the Union with my wife. She opened her phone, gasped. I asked her what's up. She said, wait, I need to see if it's true. And she held my hand and told me. I was in disbelief. Yeah. Joe says, saw the news while scrolling Twitter in bed. Wish I would have seen it in the morning, so I could not sleep. Just thinking of my own life and how much this guy formed it. Yeah.
Love you, Joe. I was playing Queen's Blade.
Queen's Blade.
And then like I was getting like notifications on my phone from like YouTube.
Yeah.
And it was comments on like my A and Bs. But you know, it only shows you like partial of the notifications. So it like people usually start out with like listed legendary. I'm just like, oh, thanks for the nice comment about my video.
Thank you.
It's not until I saw a character in Rebirth do a Michael Jackson dance that I had to gush about it to Randy and Ken, and then I saw that that Ken posted the image. I'm like,
they're
oh
like,
my God.
dude, stop.
Read the room, please.
But yeah, I'll never forget the Michael Jackson dance, and then having to hear about Toriyama.
I was I had just rescued Yuffie, so it's always going to be like weird associations of what exactly you're doing. It's like Yuffie is dead to me now. Like, thanks, lady.
Yeah,
Just don't add her to your party. You'll be fine.
I don't think I have a choice this time around. Oh man, do we hit everyone that's relevant enough?
Nage said, came back into my room after doing dishes, and someone had just sent me the picture on Discord. I hoped it was fake until I started seeing it everywhere else about 3 seconds later. Yeah, it does seem like one of those things that people have been faking for years.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. Ken, the biggest faker of all, and I believed him.
Okay, all right. First of all, thank you. Second of all, how dare you?
Such a dark joke. I believed you immediately.
Oh, man.
I had just gotten out of seeing Dune with my wife. And we were driving back, and I have my phone. We were just gabbing back and forth about the movie, and I have my phone like mounted on. I was driving, and I got a notification from one of my friends that we usually go see Dragon Ball stuff together. all I saw was a notification of him swearing in like all caps, just fuck, 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 fuck. And I was like, so I just clicked on it, and it was the message from. It was just the official statement.
Yeah.
So yeah, the car ride was pretty quiet after that, and I just went home and went straight to bed and was just scrolling through Twitter and everything, just kind of soaking it in.
Yeah.
It was late at night. It was like 10 or 11 when I got back.
It didn't really hit me at first because like I at that point I was just like I couldn't believe it because man was so young, and you would think a man who still had like at least a good 20 plus or so years ahead of him.
And for a lot of us, it's like parents' age too. So
yeah.
Oh geez, I didn't even think of it that way.
Yeah. So like just to and it didn't really sink in until the next morning. First of all, I was too anxious after I heard the news because I couldn't sleep, kind of like most people I would assume. But when I woke up that morning and I just started seeing the tweets pour in post after post, it just slowly started to sink in like how much like this man impacted millions of lives.
Yeah.
It's
you see the French president talking about it. It's like this transcends everything here.
You know, for the last few months, I haven't really been doing social media because I'm just like, well, it's a waste of my time and usually just bums me out for a whole bunch of other reasons. So I'm just not going to do it. But after I read that news, like the first thing I did is just go on there, and it's like, I don't know what I thought I would do. It's like, oh, I'll just go here, I guess, to spend my time because I'm just at a loss. But I thought, like, okay, it's not a completely worthless thing because it's like getting to connect with all these people and see, you know, how much it meant to everybody else and things like that. So I'm like, okay, well, this is kind of like how I'm going to spend my night now. It's just kind of going through this.
That was it for me. Like, I just read and read and read.
Yeah.
And everyone was saying things. Everyone was retweeting things. Like, there was it was this beautiful period of like, there was nothing negative on my social media feeds.
Yeah.
Anything.
I think I mentioned it in the Discord at some point. It felt like a Genki Dama, you know, like it felt like everyone was just kind of giving their energy out at that moment.
Ken, all the retweets that Rocco does just makes tweets even funnier.
Yeah. There was a real good one where someone came back to him with something about Falconer. He's like, "Nah, fuck off."
And fuck that shit. Like, shut the fuck up.
I think he ended up deleting that tweet because he didn't want to be negative about it. But yeah.
But it was a Twitter account that is Goku, and it's just like Toriyama's finally reached King Kai or the gates of whatever, and just retweeted by Mega64 makes it so much funnier.
Everyone should block that account, by the way. That @Goku. It's the trashiest account on Twitter next to Elon Musk himself.
Yeah,
it's pretty bad. That's saying a lot.
Yeah.
But it is wild because like we know how far of a reach Toriyama had on the world, but we really get that scope here with all the Twitter like comments and everything. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's weird because like Twitter's still, you know, like our social media thing of choice, as much as Randy tries to push the threads.
I must have messages coming back, man.
As much as it's a dumpster fire, I mean, we're all still there. Everyone, let's be clear, is still using it. And Japan hasn't quite figured out what kind of a dumpster fire it is yet. So like they're all still there and actively using it. So I feel like this is kind of like the tail end of it being useful for that sort of thing, kind of getting it all together there. I'm going to do one last race because why the heck not? I know we're changing the clocks, but we can keep chatting, but
all Mount Wario.
All Mount Wario. What would Toriyama's track be? I'm going to say Mount Wario.
The bathroom one.
Mount Wario.
Oh, shit, the bathroom one. It's the bathroom one.
It is a bathroom.
All bathroom.
Yeah.
All bathroom.
Where's that one?
Nailed it.
Um,
Joe, pick the fucking bathroom.
Joe, you. I think Toriyama would like cheese, is what Joe was saying.
It's the feather cup.
Okay. There it is.
Feather
I see
cup.
it.
Okay.
Oh no, my controller's freaking out. Oh, my controller's got drift.
Oh no.
Dun,
oh shit!
dun.
It's going fucking bonkers.
If you ain't out of control, you ain't in control.
It's a strange way for your controller to grieve, but
it's
all in our own way.
It's on stream. I will show you. I'm pressing down, and it's going fucking crazy.
Whoa.
It's not my fault.
Oh wow!
Joe
Yeah.
tactic.
Oh, no.
What an interesting joke for him to pull.
God damn it.
We're good.
Oh, thank you.
I am using a Pro controller. It's been fine since launch.
Click the stick in, see if that helps.
And then
You can pull it back a little bit and then push it back in.
and if that doesn't work, do a handstand.
You put it 45 degrees, upside down.
Clap your hands behind your back 3 times.
Wrap it in
I
warm
can't.
towels.
I can't control Donkey. Oh fuck. Oh no.
Donkey's out of control, everybody.
He's off his leash.
The controller's not working. God damn it, Nintendo. Oh no, I'm off the course.
I was gonna say just take it out of the dock, but no, you're streaming.
Yeah, I'm streaming, so I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Well, I'm sure this will be fun footage to go back and look at.
This might be the last truck we do. I can't get off the wall.
Don't you got Joy-Cons, Michael?
I do, but if I take them out and turn them on, what is it gonna do?
What do you mean? What is it gonna do? It's gonna connect.
All right.
You go into controller grip,
But I'm in control of the race.
I don't know.
So he just admitted he's in control of Brett always winning.
That's what I heard.
That's what I took from it.
Womp womp.
Randy, what? Come on.
Well, what do you want to happen? You want this to just end there?
That's Toriyama fucking with us. Trying to do all toilet run.
Be sadder about me.
Sorry, I was actually a Faulkner fan.
Look, you can see in the background. Look at what it's doing on stream. You can see this.
Oh, yeah.
Here are my hands. Wait,
Go
you
get the
can't see-
Joy-Con.
can't see
Turn
my
off the
hands.
controller.
Here are my
Just go
hands.
grab the Joy-Cons.
You showing hands?
Show me hand
I
cam.
have the Joy-Cons. They're not doing anything.
Did you turn off the Pro controller?
No. Should I?
Well,
We're like Mike's IT support here. Did you turn off?
amateur hour. Come on.
How do I turn off a controller on the Switch? You know what? Never mind.
Press and hold the...
The D-pad works. Oh, are we back? This fucking house, man. All right,
Cat's had enough.
I'm gonna try to go back in. We're gonna try again. We're gonna try.
All right.
I think we're good.
Maybe it's your D-pad that was stuck the whole time, and you didn't have drift. You just had crumbs.
You've got crumbs.
And how do they say it on MSN?
Fuck you, kid. This doesn't look like a toilet.
Yeah,
Where
who
are
chose
we?
this? Whose fault is this? Roll the tape.
We're doing
back.
exclusively toilets?
All toilets all the
I
time.
think this is me. I didn't realize we were all toilets.
Brett, you ruined Toriyama.
I dressed in orange, though.
And that makes it okay.
We're grabbing Dr. Slump. I'm looking
Oh,
at
no.
I got all of Dr. Slump right next to me.
I meant the PS1 game.
Oh, okay.
Also,
Dude, yeah, I want to figure arts of her. What the hell?
Also, I don't think I've ever really read Dr. Slump. I think I tried once, and I'm like, it's not for me.
It was
not
the-
for
it was-
me. I'm sorry.
It was the first time I picked up a manga and like audibly laughed out loud, and I got flashbacks to the 40-Year-Old Virgin movie where he does that too.
How is
oh.
the? I haven't read that. How was the translation?
Apparently the translation is totally great. Alexander O. Smith did it.
Oh, okay.
The content seems oddly polarizing within this group of people.
Yeah, I'm not super fan either.
I mean,
Dr. Slump is like one of the very few comedy series that just captivated me from the very start. It's just hilarious from start to finish.
Would you like to read a series about killer robots going after the hero character, about a dragon that is used as a taxi to bring you from places, about an old bald man riding around on a cloud, about a Majin final-ish villain?
Yeah, but I read that already, and it was good.
Yeah, well, this one came first.
First doesn't mean better.
Brett.
In fact, I would say a lot of the times it means worse.
Toriyama kind of does the same story over and over, and they're usually pretty good.
And we let him get away with it.
Have you heard the story about the boy and the girl who meet in funny circumstances and go on an adventure together? There's a couple of those.
I think I saw a movie with Justin Chapman.
Oh, yeah.
Get
I love
out.
Nico.
Except he wasn't a boy. He was a teen.
He was a man.
An Ozaru man.
I am Ozaru.
As long as you get those nasty mimics out of the way.
Yeah, that's the movie. They talk about them Namex.
Oh, dude.
I said Namex. My cat yelled at me. I think that's a bad word in cat.
Oh no, your cat's a racist.
Cat racist or am I? Yet to be determined.
No.
I'll never forget being in the movie theater watching Dragon Ball Evolution. I took two of my good friends, but they weren't into Dragon Ball, and in the scene where Goku starts to like interrupt the class talking about the Namex, they just like turned and looked at me. It's like, that's not.
This isn't what I love.
I really don't appreciate
Please
this.
don't judge me based on this scene. All right, well, this is going to be it. This is our last course. So we got any
Last toilet.
Last chance.
Final flush.
Last chance
Final
to
flush.
shit on stream here.
Saigo no toilet.
Joke's on you.
Shit or get off the pot.
I can't believe they censored the poop out of one of the Toriyama spines.
Oh, come on. How did that
No,
happen?
where am I going?
That acrylic standy set thing?
Oh,
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
yeah.
That
Rip.
Yeah.
Rip poop.
It's just Kyle running around with a stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you just like, oh my god, a
disgusting.
stick.
Yeah.
Is that a Dragon Ball Fusion?
The Dragon Ball
reference?
Fusion stick, yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Swords and poo, those are the most objectionable things about Dragon Ball.
I would
I
never.
did take the opportunity, like that same night I saw the news. I actually went to eBay and snagged a copy of the World.
Oh,
art book.
nice.
Oh, did you? Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Which one? Because there's three.
Right. Yeah. Well, the one with
There's the World, there's the World Special, and then there's the World. I have the other one, the World Special Anime Edition, the one for
Oh
the.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the original. It's just the
It's Toriyama's world. We're just living in it.
They're great. It's just the monster design. It's got like the early Dragon Quest stuff, and so do I have? Yeah, I got a couple.
I passed up on it and some Daizenshuu when I was going around Akihabara. I was like, I really should have just.
We can play a very special game of what did you buy? Was it this one?
It was that one.
Okay. I was gonna say, or is it this one?
Yeah, that one was going for a lot more.
Or was it this one?
Oh,
That's what I have scans
The
of.
anime special.
I always thought the first one was the slipcover for the second one that you had.
Oh
like
yeah,
the-
no, they're different
Oh.
books. It's an expanded
Dang.
version of that
Oh.
book. Yeah, they're awesome. All right, so let's look at the first special. This is in plastic. I think this is another one where I have like two copies of it. One was dedicated to the scan gods.
Mm.
Oh, this
Folded to hell.
This one's still fully in plastic, so I guess I'm not gonna take it out. This one's wrapped up.
Safety.
Yeah, safety
safety.
first. Hashtag safety first.
Every time I go to Kinokuniya, I'm always upset because I always look for that Toriyama the World, and they never have it. 1,000 JoJo art books, but never the Toriyama one.
How did you say the store name?
I'm not going to repeat it.
It's Kinokuniya.
Kinokuniya.
All right, look, it's inside a Mitsuwa.
That's way too
All
slow,
right.
but that's correct.
Wait, you have a Mitsuwa? Ken,
Yeah.
in Texas?
We got Mitsuwa too.
And then there's a
Yeah.
Kinokuniya
There you go.
inside there.
I'm
No
close to.
Kinokuniya?
Big boy Ken Niniya?
Boy.
Kieran, yes. And I'm not going to repeat what you said in chat. I'll just leave it at that. Yeah.
Are we all going to just meet up at Mitsuo?
Here we go.
At a Mitsuo?
Which state?
Choose one. Just go.
I live
Let's go right now.
Detroit, Michigan.
Oh, Goku's homeland. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
As you can tell from my accent, I am from the north.
Detroit.
I just want to hear Doug do accents. Let's go. What else you got?
Yeah. No.
Hey, I'm from fucking Ohio over here.
Don't you mean Brohio?
Oh, shit.
That was me as a duck, if you couldn't tell.
Well, we got to change the clock. So this is actually a short night. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out.
Thank you.
I needed this.
Yeah.
This is good.
It was group therapy. I needed
It was. I knew it was going to be
nice.
a decompression, unpacking group therapy kind of weird thing, but I think the approach was what he would like.
All toilets.
Yeah. At least on the Kanzenshuu side of things, Senpai go to bed, but when you wake up next, whatever you want to translate. I know we were talking about that stuff. We got more comments to do.
I think I was right about to start Yabuki Kentaro, and then I will probably tackle Torishima and Nakao.
Yes. Oh, awesome. Yeah. So there's a bunch. If you haven't seen it, we did update the post with a whole bunch of other stuff. Some Julian did, some Senpai here did. So those are super awesome. We're just gonna keep updating and adding to that list as we go. All the comments and stuff. We'll do a podcast. I don't know when I'm gonna schedule it. I'm gonna do my best to get Julian on that too. I've been aching for ages to do a who is Toriyama? Just like his original back history, working on
Advertisement?
Yeah, the advertising stuff and the story of him submitting and Torishima just constantly rejecting all of his stuff, and just like how he came to be in the early things. Just like a profile of how he came to be, and this seems like as good a time as any to do something like that. But then just talk about all the usual stuff, like what it meant and how it shaped us and all that kind of stuff. I don't know when I'm going to schedule that, how or when or all that. Who knows? But that'll probably be the next episode.
Well, we have the trio here. How about how GT is shaped and, affected you in an awesome type capacity?
Piercing silence.
The merch is cool.
Yeah. Do I still have that here? I do. Yeah.
I think 24 episodes to go.
Yeah. Jeff, you want to come over and watch a GT special at some point?
Sure. Sounds great.
Yes. My condolences.
We did it.
I heard there's a couple bagels in the fridge. If you're interested.
Yes, you have good bagels in there. They're the best bagels in New Jersey, according to Guy Fieri.
Someone's asking where can we find it. I assume that's the comments about Toriyama. That's just on the homepage. Kanzenshuu, it's the latest news post. It's about his passing. We're just continuously adding within that exact same post the additional comments. We put up a base. Mary's rejoining Mario Kart. How does that work?
She wants more toilets.
She's ready to go. Yeah, kanzenshuu.com. Exactly. It's the latest news post. We're just going to keep adding. When we put up the post as like the original post, we had like the main actual comments from like the official site and a couple other ones. We've since added in. The ones that went up this afternoon were Oda and Kishimoto from Julian. I think when we first launched, we also had the Katsura comment. That one's just absolutely fucking heartbreaking. If you don't know Masakatsu Katsura, Video Girl Eyes, Zetman, just incredible series in his own right, but also like actual BFF of Toriyama. Go read the stuff that they did while they were working on like Sachi-chan and Gia, and Katsura also spontaneously arrives during a Shenlong Times interview. It's one of these weird things like, and suddenly Katsura-san is here. Toriyama and Katsura talking together is just like the weirdest fucking... you can tell that they genuinely love each other and respect each other's work and also just want to razz each other the entire time. It's so, so good. And so then reading what Katsura has to say about Toriyama right now is, again, heartbreaking. Folks talking about Kishimoto and Oda in chat as well. The phrase that was thrown out was Dragon Ball Children. In the comments, if you don't remember when the Kanzenban was coming out, every other volume came with a little pamphlet, just general promoting Shueisha stuff, but also had an original illustration by another Shueisha artist, and Oda was the first one there. Kishimoto was obviously there. So Kishimoto might have been like second or third at the time. You think back then, like 2003, and they were still not green, but still pretty new on the scene at that time. And then that series of stuff ended up getting reprinted in some later guidebooks and was collected under the title of Dragon Ball Children, because these are the folks that were influenced by Toriyama kind of the most. So their comments just unbelievable. Yeah, so check out all that stuff. We're not the fastest on this. There's a lot of other stuff flying fast and furious out there. But Senpai over here can attest to just being very careful and thoughtful about how they're translating those comments, and Julian in particular doing those really, really long ones. He updated his translation several times before we actually published them on the site. Yeah, seeing Horikawa's in-character tweet, that was just weird, but also unbelievable at the same time.
It's on brand.
It's the kind of thing he would say for Goku.
Yeah. Yeah, Koyama's got a comment. There are a ton of people that have other ones too. We want to hit as many as we can. And again, I know that a lot of them are out there other places, and we're going to get to them and just keep throwing them in there. So I think that's everything that I kind of want to say right now, is that basically thank you, but also, yes, forthcoming podcasts, forthcoming chats, additional stuff. We're going to keep updating the stuff, but thank you, everyone. I know it's been a really, at least for me, it's been a super, super weird last couple days, because it's a celebrity. It's a guy that does a thing. And Kanzenshu's, I know this confuses people sometimes. Kanzenshuu is not my job. It's not a thing I do for a living. It's always been a side project. But it's been, since 1998 when I started my Ultimate DBZ Links page. It's been like the thing that I've done and shaped the future of like my career and my family and my friend group, everyone I'm talking to here right now, even if it's not Dragon Ball related. Like meeting Jeff for the first time in the Shoujo-Con hallway, like wouldn't have happened were it not for Toriyama. Did you know Jeff and Mary went to high school together? Anyone know that?
It didn't.
Oh,
yeah.
We haven't said this often enough for it to be canon.
Yeah, and it's like reconnecting all that way was super fun and cool. Yeah, I'm just like looking around the screen, Albert being podcast super fan and starting to hang out at conventions and friend groups and stuff. Vic, obviously not a Dragon Ball fan, but because I got into Dragon Ball and AMVs, my introduction to Vic was going to Otakon for the first time with friends and seeing his Evangelion Backstreet Boys video on screen for the first time before I knew him. But I went to the AMV contest because I was into Dragon Ball and there at Otakon buying Dragon Ball stuff. And I was like, I don't know what AMVs are. I'm going to go check this out. This sounds cool. And just like, Toriyama did that.
Mike's like, I could do this.
I tried for years, couldn't get in that fucking contest, man.
You got to use something other than Windows Movie Maker. That's the solution.
Oh, no, I was never Windows Movie Maker. No, I was cracked Premiere. What was it, Vic? Was it 4.1?
5.1.
Allegedly.
5.1?
We were
5.1.
allegedly.
Oh,
No, I had a legal copy because it came with the Pinnacle, the DC-30 before I moved on to the DV500.
Mm.
Well,
I
it's
was
not an
using
AMV.
5.1 forever.
It's not an
Everyone
AMV
was
to me
on
unless
5.1.
there's a Divx logo in the corner.
Yeah.
So.
Do not accept that. I found out.
But then, and again, I've said this: you cross the 40 threshold, and then you only have 5 stories. You can tell the same stories over and over. But I've said this many times. But Heath and Julian, Jake, and the rest of us have always said, like, "Oh, we're done. This is it. We've met everyone we're gonna meet. We're done. Dragon Ball friends." And you motherfuckers showed up. It's just like, here we go. This group continues to grow, and I treasure every conversation we have, whether it's online, offline, and gaming here every Saturday night too. So Toriyama did that.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
He did.
Anyone else?
His fault.
It's his fault we're all together here.
Doug's room is like that because of Toriyama. I think we all know who we need to blame.
I think that's the takeaway from all of this.
I'd be richer, more successful if it wasn't for Toriyama. So.
Toriyama did this.
It's his fault I'm still awake at 3:30.
We told you we'd get you to 3 a.m. and here we are.
and it's election day this Sunday.
Ooh, you do it on weekends. That's awesome.
It's always on Sunday.
Nice.
Which, makes sense.
Makes sense.
And it's logical.
All right, let's get political now, guys. Okay.
Let's really bring this down.
I do want to read this. You haven't told me if it's supposed to be Ellen or Elen. I'm just going to keep saying it, or if I should say the whole name. My childhood best friend passed a few years ago. Trunks was their bishi, and we browsed Templar Trunks on dial-up Lamau. They love the site so much, sending tons of love to y'all on their behalf.
That's awesome.
So, thank you.
Great to hear.
Back at you. And then SSJ3 Goku 90 says, "I vote for President Dog for a second term." Do you vote for a king? Is that how that works?
I mean, you don't really vote for monarchs.
This bark's got some bite.
All right. I'm going to go to bed, everyone.
All right.
Thank you all.
Have a wonderful night. Thank you, everyone that's here playing, that's been chatting, that's hanging out on Twitch.
Thanks, everybody.
Appreciate it. I'll collect this together. We'll post it, and we'll continue chatting in the future. Night, everybody.
Night.
Night. Take care.